How is it going, everyone? My name is Copyright, and today we will look in a special deck that I was trying to build. This is the reason why I couldn't upload yesterday, because it didn't come out as good or as successful as I would like to have it. This is why in this video I want to break the idea down, what I'm trying to do. I'm really close to be successful with it. Right now I'm not so happy with the win rate and consistency of the deck, but I hope you guys can help me there out a little bit, give me some advice, and maybe we can make something really cool here. The deck I was building is Token Till Death, that is based around token creation. So the base idea is to swarm a board with at least 6 to 8 tokens, and then with the new card that came out in Innistrad Midnight Hunt, we have here Saryth. She is, I think, a really interesting card and really cool tool to work together with our Fynn that we know from previous expansion from Kaldheim, who can give poison counters. This is an alternative wincon. If an opponent has more than or has 10 poison counters or more, you win the game. And I mean, a lot of people try to build around it as a purely Deathtouch deck and something in this direction, but I always thought it's at first really predictable, so opponent can adjust his strategy to it really easy. And block whatever he needs to block, or not block whatever he doesn't need to block, because at the end it's most likely, if you build a Deathtouch deck, it's like 1 or 2 damage that comes through, so it's not so impactful. This is why I scrambled the idea back then of making a Deathtouch deck, but now with the new expansion, with the new card, the Saryth, the Viper's Fang. It's a 4-mana human warlock legendary creature, of course, and it has the ability that says other tapped creature you control have Deathtouch, and untapped creature you control have hexproof. So it has 2 functions instantly when it comes in the board. It can provide us with Deathtouch, and it can give us hexproof, or our creatures hexproof, and maybe protect this way that our important creatures cannot die or will not die, like for example the Fynn, as I said. So let's check out. I have some highlights for you here for some cards that I'm really excited to show you how they work and how they synergize with each other. I will try to keep this video low because I'm currently building a really cool flash deck. I think this video should be out today, later, or at night, depends where you're watching it from. But I will try to make today another deck. I just didn't want to yesterday to bring a deck out that I'm not satisfied with, or even didn't have like a clue how it will work out, and I don't want to recycle my decks and call them best of the best of my decks. So I was also busy a little bit with climbing the rank, or leveling a little bit with other decks. I played a lot of my Golgari list. Unbeatable Golgari still performs really good in the ladder, and right now, as I said, today at morning I was preparing a really cool flash deck for you, and I think when the video come out, I think you will be excited and also interested to see how it works out, because I'm really happy with it. It was really much fun. This is why, guys, I just want to remind you and tell you, please subscribe to my channel if you like the content I'm doing. It motivates me every day to do more and helps me definitely out. I'm planning to do it for more than just as a hobby right now. I'm working and also trying to make some cool videos for you, try to entertain you, maybe bring something new on the market that I haven't seen until now in YouTube with these shorter highlights videos. I know it's usually because I'm talking so much, the videos are not much shorter than people who make gameplay videos, but maybe you find some interesting ideas, and I'm sure with the time I find the right path or find the right stripe to follow, that my videos are a little bit shorter but also more entertaining, more interesting to watch, and especially for you when you build a deck or copy the deck yourself, that you maybe have some exciting games where you can check out for yourself how much fun sometimes the decks can do. Some control decks are maybe less, but some more jankier decks, but still with a good win rate, are really much fun. As I said, guys, if you like it, subscribe and leave a like on the video. It means me really much. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's break it down. We are in our Naya colors. We see here a little bit, I sneak in a little bit of black source inside with so many treasure makers, and we have here a lot, and mana makers, let's say we have a lot here. It's not a big deal. You can play it in 3 colors, you can play it in 4 colors. It's really easy to achieve these colors. I never had a gameplay video or a game in testing where I had difficulties to cast any source, so I had always my mana available, always ready. So this is not a big deal because we have a lot of fixing. I will not talk about these cards, I will talk about the inclusions and the cards. I have prepared some highlights for you, and here we have our first card is Rite of Harmony. Really cool card, sometimes act as a great hench, maybe some people of you know it from previous sets. When you play a creature, you draw a card. Here it says the same, you play a creature or an enchantment, and we have some enchantments here in our deck, like Battle for Bretagard and Showdown of the Skalds, Binding of the Old Gods. Those are also triggers to draw cards, but also they provide us with additional cards. For example, the Battle for Bretagard, he instantly poops out a 1/1 human warrior on the first stage, so you get a card for playing battle as an enchantment, and for the creature that enters the battlefield. It doesn't matter if it's a token or whatever it is, it just comes in and you get the cards. Really cool synergy there. So you basically, if you have it on, I don't know, sometimes I had it on turn 3, turn 4, you have enough mana, like 5-6 mana, you can easily play first our Rite of Harmony and then battle, and you instantly draw 2 other cards. So it's really easy achievable. But let's check out first highlight with Rite of the Harmony, how much cards and how much additional creatures we can bring with it and how much we can draw with it. Really cool. Let's check it out.
Reinforcements will drive them.
Pretty good, I think, for a 2 mana instance, and instant is really important. I don't have a highlight for it, but maybe I will check if I find maybe some older videos. Maybe I have there some gameplay of it. And this is if you are on the chapter 3 here of the Battle for Bretagard, you can put a stop sign on your upkeep. You put a stop sign on your upkeep, and then while you untap your mana, you play this as an instant. Because it's an instant, you play this as an instant, and the last chapter says choose any number of artifact tokens or creature tokens you control with different names. For each of them, create a copy of it. So usually it will be like 2 or 3 creatures. More often than not, it's 3 creatures. So in upkeep you play this, then you skip to the draw step, and then the triggers happen from the enchantment, and then you instantly draw 3 to 4 cards. So really cool sequence there, just for 2 mana, 3 or 4 cards is pretty amazing. I think a lot of advantage that you get there. If I find a clip, I will play it for you now. Then we have Join the Dance, also good synergy with Rite of Harmony, just poops out 2 white human tokens and has a flashback. Flashback mechanic plays here a good role because basically with flashback we can reduce the amount of cards we are using, because you usually use it 4 times, let's say, right? If you draw 1 Rite of Harmony, you can use it twice, and you draw the second one, you can use it 4 times. So altogether, it's not a big deal if you have just 2 of them. It's more than enough for me. In this deck, it's basically, I'm happy with our, let's say 1 and 2 drops are really good. Maybe I will reduce Join the Dance 1 to 1 less and add something else for it, but until now I'm pretty happy with it. So let's put it back so I can post a deck list down below and hope for some changes of yours, some ideas that you can bring into it. 3 drops, you see here, Battle for Bretagard, an underplayed enchantment, we talked about it already. Really cool synergy with our card draws, but also with our tokens. We have a lot of tokens creations here that we can make a copy of it and swarm our board. So basically what we want to achieve, that we have on turn 5 or 6 our at least 6 creatures, so we can go in, because if we play Fynn and our Saryth in the same turn, it's 6 mana, easily achievable with this deck to play something for 6 mana. Then we can instantly bash in and kill our opponent with a Deathtouch triggers. That is really cool. Yeah, our Scute Swarm, only 2 of them, because sometimes he comes too early and you don't have the lands for it. But 2 of them I found really nice. I thought about it maybe to completely remove him, but he poops so many tokens out. This is just sometimes amazing, and you can win in 1 turn, because we have another really cool synergy here with Zariel, underplayed Planeswalker, also a little bit weak, I would say, for 4 mana, 4 loyalty. Planeswalker can give all our creatures +1/+0 and haste. Haste is important with Scute Swarm, because if you play something on turn 6, 7, 8, he poops so many tokens out, but they don't have haste, so they have summoning sickness. They are staying basically there and do nothing. If you have Zariel on the board before, you can give all of them haste, and usually you win the game after this this play, because you have so much damage. Everything gets +1/+0, and go in for, I don't know, maybe 30-40 damage. It's really cool. Yeah, 4 drops, Chariot, annoying but really good. We are provided with a lot of life because of it, but also a lot of tokens. Saryth, part of the combo. Binding of the All Gods, also small, like sneak in some Deathtouch, because sometimes you don't draw your Saryth, but you have your Finns in the hand. This let you on the first chapter destroy something, second chapter uninteresting, and third chapter all your creatures gain Deathtouch until end of turn. So if you are here, it will be turn 6, right? On turn 6, the trigger of the third chapter happens. You have Deathtouch, you play your Fynn. Let's hope the opponent doesn't remove it, but usually they already used all the removals on our 1 drops or 2 drops. So we play the Fynn and go in for lethal, because let's say it's 6 damage, but it's 6 creatures that connected with Deathtouch, and they will have more than 10 poison counters on it. So also really cool synergy. Showdown of the Skald, overall amazing card. Card advantage provides you with some 1/1 counters that can help you sometimes just to stay alive until you get your combo. And Wrenn 7, the same amazing synergy with Scute Swarm, provides you with constant land drops and also can sometimes lead to amazing turns, or let's say amazing landfall triggers, because you can, as you know, for 0 you can put any number of lands out of your hand, and sometimes if you have like 2-3 lands, you play all 3 of them out. Scute Swarm goes crazy, triggers, endless triggers happening, endless life triggers happening if you have the Innkeeper on the board, just fun stuff's happening, and you go face really cool. Yeah, now some highlights that I wanna show, because a lot of people don't know about it, and I catch some people off guard with it. In the highlights you will see it. If something is tapped from Saryth, you can also untap it for 1 mana, and you need to tap Saryth. It can be a land or a creature, but also with our Chariot and Sentinel, and Jaspera Sentinel, by the way, amazing card also because it has reach. You can tap it itself too to create another creature to create mana. And here is the following: if you have Saryth and you have Sentinel or Chariot, you can wait until the opponent attacks, because they just see you have a bunch of 1/1 tokens. Of course, they want to attack you and maybe take away some tokens. These tokens can get insta-speed Deathtouch if you have Sentinel or Chariot with this Saryth on the board. I'm sorry. And why? Because you can tap them insta-speed, so opponent attacks, you declare your blockers. You will see it right now in the highlight. Don't worry, I just explained it. So you can tap them you declare them as blockers, and then you tap them with Sentinel or with Chariot. So when they are tapped, they have instantly Deathtouch, and the opponent sometimes try to remove it in instant speed, so you get out some removals out of them, so they save the creature because they didn't thought about it. Or also what's sometimes happening, there will be one highlight where I play against a Bar class deck, and he bring out this 6/6 dragon with haste and instantly attack, and I have my Sentinel on the board, and I tap the Sentinel for mana and the treasure through Magda, and I kill his 6/6, and I think he instantly scooped after that because he didn't thought about it. Really cool synergy here, and that insta speed removal for almost everything that comes out. Let's check the highlights for it.
Every seed contains great potential. We blossom and
Yeah, how cool was that? Yeah, this is so far all for this one, guys. As I said, maybe a little bit shorter. I hope it will be a little bit shorter. Maybe I again talk a little bit too much. Anyway, In the time you will be watching this, I'm surely already working on the flash deck or making a video on it. So stay tuned. Again, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the support. And I hope you will enjoy the deck I provided later. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to my channel. Leave me a like. It means so much to me. Otherwise, guys, I see you in the next one.